Hey, I'm Dan Fredenberg, and I don't like talking about myself so much, so I'm going to have my robot do it for me. If you meet 5 people at a meetup, you can keep that straight in your head, but what about 500? If you've ever tried to remember which one was the engineer from Colorado and which one was the accountant who worked for NASA and failed, then you should use 506BME to build your investor network. Scenario 1. You're on a Zoom call. Put your 506BME QR code on your screen and people can add you to their watch list now and get the fine details later. Scenario 2. You're at an in-person conference or meetup. You put your 506BME QR code on your lanyard so people can add you to their watch list now and get the fine details later. But Dan, how's that any different from the opt-in for my newsletter on my homepage? We're not just finding a fancier way to do the same thing here. I know that you can graduate with a law degree and pass the bar exam without knowing that when you sell part of your business's profit to a passive investor, aka a limited partner, the SEC can force you to pay back everyone plus interest because you sold a security without being a licensed broker-dealer or filing an exemption. When you file for an exemption, if you want to include anyone who isn't a millionaire or high earner, the SEC might yank your exemption because of what you said on social media. Now, I am not an attorney, but we're talking about syndicating, and what the SEC doesn't seem to like is public solicitation of non-accredited investors. That makes sense, because your first 6 figures is a lot more difficult to get than your 250th. But the SEC knows that a fool and their money are soon parted, so they make sure that you don't take on partners unless they can comprehend the illiquidity and decide on the risk. That's what they call a sophisticated investor. When you do a syndication with sophisticated but non-accredited investors, the SEC has a right to demand proof of your prior substantive relationship, and if you don't have it, they can yank your exemption. That would mean you have to pay back your investors plus interest, which might put your company into bankruptcy and you fielding criminal allegations of fraud. I can't have that happening to me, and I can't have it happening to people in my circle, and you are now in my circle. Look, I apologize, but I've been actively telling people not to invest with you because your deals don't have third-party verified substantive relationships with 506BME, but we can fix it. You can book your compliance video recording at 506b.me/call, and you can choose to keep it private, and you can use it for your own marketing. But if you want proof that your investors knew the type of syndications you do, the teams that you're on, and the role you play on those teams, we can do the full build with all the bells and whistles. And as a free bonus, I include one session on how to put your QR code into your Zoom background or on your screen. Thanks. Book it now. You can use the QR code or go to 506b.me/call. Thanks. That was cool, right? Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.